This episode of State of the State Parks is sponsored by audiobooks.com. State of the State Parks listeners get their first month free and not one but 3 free books. Thinking about making a switch? Go to audiobooks.com/SOSP and click to join.
Okay, hi. We're taking a little break in here. This could be a tiny little baby episode. We're actually on our way to Tamales Bay State Park, but we took a stop into, where are we, Mo?
It's the Marconi Lodge State Historic Park.
How are you? We're just driving around exploring.
What's a brown creeper?
You don't want to go in there.
No, that sign says no entry, so I'm like, I guess we can't go in.
The State of the State Parks podcast with Chris and Mo. Hello, all you frequently amazing people. Welcome back to the State of the State Parks podcast. Or if this is your first episode, thank you so much for tuning in. We're happy to meet you. I'm Chris.
What's up, all my ladybugs? I'm Mo, and today we take a drive and do a little yoga in Marconi State Historic Park and Conference Center. With a rich history and origins that trace back to the Coast Miwok people, they inhabited this area for thousands of years before European contact.
In 1913, Guglielmo Marconi, the creator of the wireless communication and the telegraph, established a receiving station here on the side of Tamales Bay. The site boasted 270-foot towers supporting antennas that enabled trans-Pacific conversation. Marconi is considered one of the grandfathers of communication.
In the mid-20th century, Marconi State Historic Park became the headquarters for Synanon, a drug rehabilitation program that evolved into a controversial cult. Synanon is a whole bucket of questionable material that we are going to pass on, but we thought we'd mention it.
Fast forward to now. The park is managed by Oliver Hospitality and is operating as The Lodge at Marconi, offering modern accommodations with 46 guest rooms, organic linens, and the pictures just look like the most adorable rooms and event spaces. And no, they didn't pay us to say this, we just think this place is cool. Want to book a room? Go to lodgeatmarconi.com.
We drove through here on our way to Tamales Bay State Park, our last episode. That was our first peek and where we will start our drive with you. We then come back the next day for some bird watching and some morning yoga.
Putting on our state park pass that we picked up, the annual state park pass.
Wow, this is quite the drive.
It really is, and there's some beautiful trees.
Gorgeous, like Monterey Pines, maybe? Look at all the drippy lichen.
Oh, yeah. What did we learn about that lichen? What was it?
Lichen?
Lace lichen.
Wow, this is gorgeous.
I could take a picture too. Take a little video of this drive.
Oh no, man, we seem to be the only people here.
That's interesting. Those are redwoods? No, that's an oak. I think those might be redwoods. Oh.
Well, take a cool picture of this bridge. It says like the Aragoni Bridge.
Okay.
Find our pics and some super secret content at our new Blue Sky Social account. We've only been over here for a week or two, and we found quite a community of nature nerds. Once you join, just search for us. You know our name. Okay, back to Marconi State Historic Park and Conference Center.
Take a picture of one of these lichen-covered trees in the sun here. Wow.
Bust open the sea cap.
The lace lichen up here is epic.
Forest Loop Trail. So there's a little trail here.
There's a lot of cool trees here.
These trees. Where we're sitting right now, I'm going to take a picture of where we're sitting, and we'll call this the sweet spot of this little historic park.
Find our Pinnacle Pics on the stateofthestateparks.com under the Pinnacle Pics tab.
I'm doing a Merlin bird ID real quick. Oh, wow. And yes, you're hearing it. A red-shouldered hawk just came in. Plus the western flycatcher. Oh, a pine siskin.
Never heard of.
Pine siskin.
The pine siskin, a tiny bird between 4 and 5 inches tall. This chittering bird has an interesting way of eating. When foraging for seeds and bugs, the pine siskin will hang upside down. When packing in the food, they can hold up to 10% of their body weight in their crop, which is a special storage spot in their esophagus. Pine siskins are not picky about seeds from coniferous trees like pine, spruce, cedar, hemlock, and larch. Seeds better watch out if there's one of these fellows nearby. During mating season, the males perform a spinning circular aerial display with fluttering wings and a 13-second mating song. This comes with a signature whee! It's to attract the lady. Pine siskin, you're a cutie. It was very nice to meet you.
Bunch of oaks here.
Fun.
This looks like a trail. Look, meadow trail. It doesn't look like a trail people have taken in a long time. You want to take a picture?
Sure.
Find the picture of this meadow sign and all our pictures on the stateofthestateparks.com under the Galleries tab.
It looks like, what tree is that? We know this tree.
Yeah.
It's like citrus?
It kind of
Avocado?
looks like magnolia.
Magnolia, that's what it is. Beautiful views, though.
Gorgeous.
Okay, tiny, quail meadow. Boop, boop. There's, at some point, probably some quails in the quail meadow. But I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a remote place to have lunch, or that's right here off of Point Reyes, this is it. This tiny little park that we call
Marconi
Lodge
State
Historic Park.
Yeah, because there's this little meadow over here that has a bunch of picnic tables.
Willow,
Oak.
tree, little yellow flowers. How are you? We're just driving around exploring.
We were just sightseeing.
More than welcome to go up by the restaurant, up to the top of the hill, park and hike around.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
There's a trail map inside the lobby of the main hotel.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
This old one, this one's off limits.
That one, then that's the old hotel that is,
You don't want to go in there.
it's all condemned?
Yeah. You can go up to the new lodge and they have a hiking map and everything.
Oh, cool.
And is it a lodge that you could like stay at and stuff?
Yeah, we got
Ooh.
45 rooms.
Ooh.
cool.
Nice. We're trying to hit all the state parks.
Oh, yeah. Few state historic parks, they usually don't have rangers. It just has us who are the operators of the facility.
Nice. Well, it's beautiful, man. The landscaping is gorgeous.
They have water and everything in there, and there's bathrooms you can use, so.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Public bathrooms out here.
Oh, copy
Nice,
that. Yeah,
nice.
we'll be back. Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
bud.
You don't want to go in there.
You don't want to go in there.
We're gonna need to find out what happened up in there.
Well, it's just like a
Also,
condemned lodge,
We
right?
could go back here later.
We definitely can. Maybe we could come back for lunch.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right, so this is going to be part one of this, and part two will be when we go up and eat lunch.
We didn't make it back that night for dinner because we were exhausted from our hike at Tomales Bay State Park. We did come back the next day early in the morning with our yoga mats and a few vanilla lattes and some almond croissants.
Almond croissants are so tasty. When I eat them, I feel lucky. When they are gone, I wish there were more. I could eat maybe 2, 3, or 4.
So we're going to park here right kind of towards the front door, and we're going to walk into what's labeled the meadow. We're going to try to find a place to stop and stretch. I'm hearing some birds here. I was hearing birds, but Mo closed the window.
But we're getting out.
Red-shouldered hawk. Swainson's thrush, pine siskin. Yeah, that. Oh, purple finch, Eurasian collared dove, brown creeper.
What's a brown creeper?
It's this guy who looks like he's standing sideways on a tree.
What a creep.
Let's talk about a brown creeper right now.
The brown creeper, aka Certhia americana. The brown creeper is an entertaining little fellow with amazing camouflage skills. It's the only native tree creeper in North America. The BC, as I like to call them, have a streaky brown and white plumage that blends in perfectly with just about any tree bark. This camouflage isn't just for show, oh no. When a brown creeper hears or senses a predator, it freezes in place, disappearing into the blur of the trunk. There's a good possibility you've walked right by one of these little fellows and his frozen display worked just like he planned. The bee see's diet is made up mainly of insects and spiders. With their little curved beaks, they start at the bottom of a tree, spiraling their way up, poking and prodding, slowly, methodically creeping in crevices, looking for tasty treats. From afar, they can look like a loose piece of bark defying gravity up a tree. Once they get to the top of the tree, they flutter down, not head first like the nuthatches. These birds are very demure. They flutter down to a brand new tree and the whole spiral starts again. It was a pleasure to meet you, brown Certhia americana creeper. We hope you have a wonderful day.
We need you're bringing a pastry to yoga?
Yeah,
But how do we carry the yoga mats?
under our arms.
Okay. Ooh, Wilson's warbler showed up.
Look at this red claws that's covered in these gigantic
What's a red claw?
big
This tree?
seeds. Yeah,
Oh, this tree's called a red claw?
yeah.
Oh my gosh, these huge bombas.
Uh-huh.
That caw, that's the red-shouldered hawk. There he is. That's him. Ooh, come on, show us. Where are you at, baby? Wow. Oh, it's quite a song there, mister.
Sending all the other birds away.
All the other birds are flying. Get out of here! Horseshoe pit, another one. Man, I'll tell you what, horseshoes at one point were huge. All right, we're walking into what they call the meadow, which looks like what they have is a big tent set up for a wedding if you wanted to have a wedding or something.
This tent that we ran into is part of one of the wedding packages offered at this gorgeous park. With on-site accommodations with up to 46 guest rooms and a capacity of 250, this venue with its amazing vistas of Tamales Bay is so perfect. We also read that if you have a wedding Monday through Thursday, it's 50% off. So be flexible, why don't ya?
All right, let's get the mats. There you go. There you go. If you're lucky, you'll get to see a time lapse of us doing yoga.
Friends, we have some very exciting news. Again, thank you for being with us. All right, here's our big news. We have started a Patreon page. If you're saying to yourself, I wish there was more content from Chris and Mo in the State of the State Parks podcast. Well, now starting for the low price of just $3 a month, you can have more SOSP excitement. There will be 3 tiers of membership set up, but all 3 will receive the same stuff. Why? Because we can. Go to patreon.com/SOSP.
The first extra we will be giving out is the time lapse of us doing yoga at the Marconi State Historic Park and Conference Center. Other ideas we have for future Patreon offerings: possible breakfast clubs, possible hiking clubs, possible member content surveys, possible everything. Join for as little as 3 putrid little bones.
Song sparrow? Oh, white crown sparrow.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Wow, hairy woodpecker showed up. Western bluebird. Ooh, a barn swallows just showed up. All right, we're gonna do a wrap up here. We just finished yoga. We're at the Marconi State.
You're done. I'm going to say,
Oh, dude.
hi, we're here and we're wrapping up our yoga session at the Marconi State Historic Park and Conference Center.
The birds we saw, we got the red-shouldered hawk, the violet-green swallow, the Swainson's thrush, the Wilson's warbler, the pine siskin,
The purple finch, the Eurasian-colored dove, the brown creeper, American robin,
the western flycatcher, the American goldfinch, the house finch, the common raven,
the yellow warbler, the California scrub jay, the lesser goldfinch, the spotted towhee,
the hairy woodpecker, the western bluebird, the American crow, the wren tit.
the red-winged blackbird, the European starling, and a barn swallow.
Wow, quite the bird day. We're going to take some pictures of where we did this yoga. What a wonderful day already. It's only 9 a.m. Life is good. Okay, so what was that place called? It was called the Marconi Conference Center State Historic Park. It's on the Tamales Bay.
Off the one, and we talked to a guy who basically said the old lodge is basically condemned, but they've done a new lodge up the hill, and if you go in, there's a hiking map you can get from the front desk.
A bunch of hiking trails, and I think a lodge that we can eat in. One of these times we're going to need to do a trip where instead of bringing our trailer, we actually go from like the resorts to resorts, the places that have rooms and cabins and
Yes,
whatnot.
please.
Marconi State Historic Park and Conference Center. There, I said it correctly. So embarrassing. We hadn't even heard of this place, but you wowed us with your amazing views.
The yoga we did here left us so refreshed. I want to come back here and stay in the lodge, so we'll need to figure out that trip. Wink, wink.
Yes, totally. I agree. We will make this, for sure, a repeat with maybe an episode reviewing the rooms at the lodge.
Ooh, now we're talking. Okay, what else? The birds were crazy here. Quite the cacophony. It was cool meeting the birds we hadn't met before.
Yeah, the pine siskin, the brown creeper, some very demure and not creepy at all birds. All right, this place is quite a gem, and we feel very lucky that we happened to see the sign.
Thanks again, Marconi State Historic Park and Conference Center.
Bye.
Bye.
How are you? We're just driving around exploring.
What's a brown creeper?
You don't want to go in there.
No, that sign says no entry, so I'm like, I guess we can't go there.
State of the State Parks Podcast with Chris and Mo.
This episode of State of the State Parks is brought to you by audiobooks.com. State of the State Parks listeners get their first month free and not one but 3 free books. Thinking about making a switch? Go to our website, stateofthestateparks.com, and click the link.